And with a running timer, welcome back, YouTube fans, to the Very Terrible Podcast. It's July 26, 2025. This is the YouTube pre-show, as we always do. Jason.
And David.
And David. See, we got everybody we need. We got a pretty cool thing. David put in work and gave us an AI outline of all the stuff we could talk about today. So we're going to try to utilize this and follow along the very best we can. Yep. All right. Let's see if we could figure this part out. Are you ready? Let's try it. Let's do the audio side. I think it'll work. Hell with it. July 26, 2025. It's the Very Terrible Podcast on YouTube, Spotify, and everywhere you get your favorite podcast with me, Jason.
And David.
And here we go. So we have got an episode today built around the base of AI. So we had a handful of topics that we decided we were going to talk about today. David goes out on his own and takes the initiative and puts together an outline with AI that we both have. And even though we're both in two separate places, we'll try to knock it out and see what we can do. It's been a very busy, say, 2 weeks. Yeah. It's been 2 weeks, I think, since we were here last.
A lot has happened. A lot of people have died.
Movement in the death pool.
Yeah, you're catching up.
Yeah. I am. Which is needed, because you were going to run away with this whole thing.
Oh, I'm still going to run away with it. Even if I got to go visit that the one lady, I can't think of her name, but the Beatles' wife lady.
Oh, Yoko Ono.
Yoko Ono. If I got to go pay her a visit and give her a leg drop off the top rope to put her over the edge.
Hogan leg drop to finish her off. She is in, Catskill, New York, right?
So that's, yes, brother.
A 3-hour flight and a drive through the mountains. You could find her. She shouldn't be. She's not going to look like anybody else up there.
Oh, yeah. She's on her little retreat.
Yeah. Paid for with Beatles money and the woman who destroyed the Beatles. All right. So, and then, yeah, we're going to watch this. Watch my phone. I hope one of these days we're going to get a spam call. And then we're just going to bring it right on the show. It's going to be great.
I've been doing this fun lately. I think I piss them off, and then they put me on a list of, let's call this bastard every day.
If you ask around, everybody's getting more. And I don't... We used to have... Wasn't there a do not call list? Like, you could register for it?
There is, and I did register for it, but it doesn't seem to be working. I don't think the Indian call centers give a flying fuck about that.
No, I don't think so either. I think there's the robo dialers just work around it, so they don't call from the same number. And then you talk to certain people, like with my parents. My dad is sitting in the living room. The phone number came up as my mom's phone number, and he answers it, and it's a telemarketer and a different thing. He's like, "You just used my wife's phone number. How the hell?" So it's just robo dials.
It's getting creepy.
Yeah. Well, and then even with the work phones, the ones that are attached to the fire trucks, I mean, even they're getting the calls now, and it's like those are government numbers. Like they shouldn't even be. You shouldn't really be able to even use those, but they do. So that's what they're. I mean, it's everybody. If you talk around, everybody's got more calls lately.
Hi, this is Vladimir.
Oh no, I like when my name is Robert. I'm like, no, it's not. Don't tell me your name is Robert. At least use the real one.
Like, we've got a special initiative for your final rights or benefits. And I'm like, they're like, how old are you? I'm like 23. And they're like, click.
Yep. Social Security, or is it Medicare? Medicare is the one I get. Yeah. Hey, we noticed that you didn't file your Part A and Part B correctly. I went, right, because it's 22 years away. So what are we doing here? And then they hang up on you. And then, the next group will call with the same offer.
Or it's solar.
Oh, yeah. The solar people are still showing up, door to door. I still can't believe it. And the one thing is, we don't get very many on our street. And this guy is a young person on a Segway. So it's not like you could mistake him for anybody else. He came a few months back. He showed up again last week. And I said, hey, you've already been here. He's like, no, I haven't. I go, you're selling solar. He's like, well, you might have heard from your neighbors. I'm like, no, you're the only guy with a Segway. Please don't get run over. I don't want to help. So, but yeah, they're nice enough. You just tell them, listen, I don't want to waste your time. Don't waste mine. This ain't happening. And he just goes on to the next place.
You had a guy come in and try to sell me a new front door to my brand new house. And for some reason, I entertained him.
Did you?
I made a mistake. And he's like, I talked to your neighbor Rick and blah blah blah, and he's gonna do all this stuff. And I'm like, oh, I like Rick. And I was like, well, how much
That
is it?
like Rick's the right name. He actually
Yeah,
did talk to Rick.
he talked, but they only get their name because Rick told them to pound sand
Oh,
after
okay.
a while.
Yeah.
Because I called him afterwards. But he came and gave me a quote, and I could see the price on the computer screen. And he's like, "Well, where's your wife?" And I was like, "She's sleeping." He's like, "Oh, I can't give you a number without both parties here." And I was like, "It's in my name. It's my
Right.
house."
Yeah.
And he refused to give me the quote, and then he left. And then like 20 people from the company called me, and they're like, "Well, he screwed up. He should have gave." I was like, "No, you guys blew it. You guys
Yep.
blew it."
I went to Lowe's and bought my own front door. You motherfuckers.
And then his manager called me, and then that guy's manager called me, and I give him the old manager talk. I was like, "You guys, you had a good pitch, you had it hooked, you had me intrigued, and you blew it."
That's awesome. Yeah, you know exactly what to get him going. Or actually, I had one. What the hell did he do? There was a door-to-door salesman, and he was really rude, like really nasty and all that stuff. So I went, and then I called like their company, and I said, "Hey, don't even send this guy around to anybody else if you want sales." To the point of they fired him. He came and called me back after he got fired, yelling and screaming at me like, "You just got me fired!" I said, "You got yourself fired. I don't know what to tell you." I said, "It's tough shit. Off you go."
How'd you get your number?
It started as door to door, and then I think when I called to complain to his boss, they had my number from that.
So his boss gave him your phone number, which is
Likely,
kind of
but
fucked up.
it was so long ago. To be fair, I'm not sure I had my number removed from stuff yet. I was still probably in BJ's as a manager there. I didn't have my number removed from anything at that time.
That's scary though. If he was, unhinged, he could have showed
He
up and.
Yeah, blasted you.
Or,
Well, he made life choices that made him a door to door salesman. So let's not get excited. He probably doesn't have enough initiative to do that. Or he's a fan of the show now and he's going to come back and finish the job. One or the other.
He's one of our tens of fans.
He is. He's going to be getting a fan pack in the mail. I've got the fan packs ready to go. They're over on the shelf. And I just got to get the address labels made up. And we got fan packs going out. One will be going to your house, not addressed to you.
I hope I get one.
No, you don't get one. Your wife gets one. She watches.
Part-time co-host. Yeah,
Yeah.
she listens more than me. I'm like, why do I need to listen? I'm on it. And I hate listening to my own voice because I sound so nasally like when I listen to it.
You always think you're like you sound one octave higher than you actually do when you talk.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah. So 2 weeks ago we were on the show. We missed last weekend. I was off on a Royal Caribbean cruise of 7 days through the Gulf of America over to Mexico, and yeah, not a bad deal. I did well. I'm not a big fan of 7-day cruises. I only like 3 and 4 days. I kind of got a little edgy on day 4, but after I pushed through, the rest of the vacation was fine. We went.
So this one was 7 days.
This one was 8 days, 7 nights. I mean, it was long.
For some reason, I thought Bella posted that you guys went on like a quick trip.
Probably to her, it felt like it.
She wanted to go for a month.
Oh, she would have. Yeah, the girls would both live on the boat if they had a choice. But yeah, it was good. Royal Caribbean always does a good job. They're not Carnival, they're not Disney, but they're adequate and they're in between. It was at Costa Maya, which is a complete dump. It was nasty. It was like 212 degrees outside. We got off the boat. We only lasted like 20 minutes. It was just too hot. Had to come back on. We got an email today from Royal Caribbean letting us know that Royal Caribbean has bought the entire port that we parked at Costa Maya.
So they're just flexing? They're like, we just like to let you know we bought the whole thing.
Yeah, I guess what it is, when you go on Royal Caribbean, they have what's called a Perfect Day at Coco Cay. It's their private island. So now they're going to have Perfect Day Mexico, and that's going to be at Costa Maya. They've already got like a big drawing, and they're going to bulldoze the whole thing down, which is great because it's a freaking dump. And then they're going to put up their version, and if you don't belong to their circle, you can go park somewhere else, maybe down the way.
Yeah, I've gone to a few of those, and they're usually, unfortunately, pretty disappointing. You get off, and it's like these, it almost looks like a stage city with these vendors. I want to go mingle with the real locals.
I can't
maybe
stand
get
it.
stabbed and fight a rooster, and
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that at all. And that's the thing is a lot of people do like it. And to your credit, you're braver than I am. We bought an excursion on this one. We went to Honduras, Roatan. And on this we did a private beach thing where you paid extra. They take you in this little tiny bus down these little roads that are on the side of a cliff. And you would have loved it. It was right up your alley. I mean, you're in with the locals. You drive through the poor section. And then you get to the rich side of the island where the private beach is. And we were swimming in front of Floyd Mayweather's house. So that was pretty cool.
Floyd Mayweather?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Only the locals talk about it, and then if you go online and look it up, it's like we cannot confirm or deny that Floyd Mayweather lives on this beach. But no, it was beautiful out there, and it was good. We bought our own snorkel stuff, and we just put it in a suitcase and brought it with us the whole time because we snorkeled a couple times. Just amazing, clear water, a coral reef that's alive. I mean, it's so different than here. But yeah, that was it. So that was last weekend where we met a lot of people who had name tags that were not their name. We had, a lot of Gregs and Erics that were definitely not, they were from the middle of the Ukraine and India, and they were not Greg and Eric. But
his real name's Gustafsson.
Yeah, a lot of consonants all in a row. But what we did find, though, is we had a not great dining experience the first night. They put us on there's decks 3, 4, and 5 for your dining experience called Anytime Dining. So you just sign up for a time you want to have your dinner, and off you go. First night, they have us on deck 3 in the back corner behind a pole. You've got to, if you're sitting there, you can't see half the dining room because there's a giant pole in your way. It's just like that. So, Lori does her magic and gets us then moved to a better table, better service up on deck 5, right out in the open next to what I could only imagine is the supervisory team because they gave us service like they were scared. Literally had fear in their eyes. They would look at us and look at Lori like, you need to eat everything on your plate. I will get anything you like. You have more, I get more. And it was just over the top. And they would mention a few times, and I guess they're not supposed to, that they wanted to have 10s on their reviews. They needed to have 10s on the reviews. And we got this emotional pitch the second to last night. If I do not get 10s on my review, I have to come into work 1 hour early and do online training for the food. I don't even make the food, but I have to do online training for the food. I have to come here at 6 a.m. already. I have to come down at 5 a.m. and I don't get off till 9 p.m. tonight. And I'm like, holy shit. It was uncomfortable as all get out. And I'm like, dude, I'll give you 10s. Please make the story stop. Please stop talking. I can't do this anymore.
Yeah, he's like, I'm trapped. Will you take me home?
If I do not get 10s, they show me picture of kitten. And then if I get another not 10, they cut the kitten head off and mail it in box and give me 2 shot ship. And I'm like, oh my, stop talking. This is the most awkward thing ever.
They make you walk the plank.
So basically we gave him 10s, and then I wrote a second email not naming him or his division at all, but I went, you have employees that are scared of your review system. This can't be a healthy way to run a business. They have not wrote back. However, there was a stabbing yesterday or today on the Icon of the Seas.
Yeah, I still saw that in the news.
Yeah, between 2 employees, must have been a love triangle of some sort.
Well, didn't one of them stab one, and the other one jumped off the boat and committed suicide?
I thought the stabber stabbed, guy stabs a girl, and then he jumps off the boat. That's what I thought it was. But
yeah, that's how I've read it.
I'm telling you,
stabbed his girlfriend and hooked himself off the side. You
got to be. I mean, where do you get time? You're working 18 hours a day. How do you have time to 1, have a girlfriend, and 2, find a knife to stab her, and then try to? I mean, who's got the time? You're on a cruise. Go find somebody else.
Well, he probably has a wife, so then...
Oh, that might be it. Yep. He has a wife back home. She's writing letters. Kevin and I are seeing each other.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell your wife and 4 kids at home.
Gustafsson found out.
Yeah, so that was last weekend. So then now we are back in the great United States of America and then back at this. But did you do anything special last weekend while I was gone?
No, nothing. I went kayaking. It was hotter than the surface of the sun.
It doesn't sound fun this time of year. Fishing?
You got to get out real early. I brought my fishing pole. I casted it a few times, but it's like the fish were like, it's too hot. Yeah. They're like, we're not going to bite.
Yeah, they're exhausted already because they're basically, they're what's that, sous vide, or what's that thing you have?
Yes, sous vide
or whatever, yeah.
They're already sous vide.
Sous vide fish.
They're already
No.
parboiled.
Oh my gosh. So
We went
then
at the
while
Deer Prairie Creek in Venice, or it's like in between Northport and Venice. I guess it's technically Northport, but there's like a freshwater spot, and then it flows into the Mayaca. But there's like a little 3 foot dam there,
mhm.
and I was feeling frisky. I was like, I might give my phone to my friend Billy and just try to ride this thing over, but I chickened out.
Yeah, it's probably better. It's probably better that you did.
Yeah.
While I was gone and while you were doing that, on the cruise ship, you don't really get internet. Like, we bought an internet package for Bella. So she would reluctantly share the internet for like 38 seconds a day with any one of us that like would ask for it. Just long enough so I got to hear and see the news of Ozzy Osbourne passing away while I was gone. So, yeah,
Yes, the Prince of Darkness is no longer with us.
now you watched the last concert, didn't you?
Yeah, I watched it. I paid. It was actually the pay per view was really cheap. It was like 20 something bucks, and you got a shirt,
Really?
like a limited edition. I was like, shirts at concerts are like usually $50.
By themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was like, and this is like the last concert ever, and you get the shirt and to watch the show. I mean,
Huh.
the production of the pay per view was pretty horrible, but it was cool to be able to watch it. Poured a few bourbons and listened to a few and it was a whole day thing.
Huh.
I thought you were going to be able to lock because it said it was kind of like where they recorded it and you could watch it at any time. Well, essentially, while it was live on a 2 hour delay, you could watch it where they currently were, but you couldn't go back in time. Because my thought was like, I'll just wait for half the day to be over. I'm gonna go back and go through the shit that I don't want to watch and watch the people that I do want to watch. And then I started
Right.
watching it, and it's like you cannot go back. And I was like, shit.
So much for that. You keep your T-shirt. I just need any rewind function.
Well, I could go back later after the show ended and watch stuff, but it was already midnight, and I was like, I'm already too in the bag for that. So
Yeah. And they didn't have it where you could watch it like the next day altogether.
yeah, you could watch it for 24 hours. You could watch the whole thing. So I did watch some of it the next day.
Okay.
But there was, Metallica, Guns N' Roses. There was anybody who's anybody was there. So
Yeah, that was something. And it's so quick. I mean, just after that concert, I mean, he was just hanging on. Just must have been for that. Because I saw a video. It was the drummer from Slipknot. Was that the one that proposed to Kelly?
he's like a DJ, like a scratcher fella for Slipknot.
Oh, okay.
He's an interesting fella.
Yeah.
So,
Well, that, like I said, it looked like a huge age difference. Like, he looked like an older dude, and then Kelly, in my mind, has always been in her 20s. So I don't know. She's probably all grown up by now, but
oh yeah, she's my age. So she's probably 40 or at least late 30s.
yeah, yeah. Because we used to watch her. It was there was the show that they had.
Yeah, that's the funny thing is I've never watched that show, but my wife, who doesn't listen to metal, has watched every episode, so she knows more about Ozzy Osbourne than I do.
Oh my goodness. She will also get a fan pack where you might not.
That's fine. That's fine.
Oh
So
man,
I
yeah. So
wouldn't
they
wa-
wheel him out, and it's almost like Dick Clark New Year's Eve. Just wheel him out. Oh, good eye. And it sounded like he sounded all right.
Well, they didn't wheel him out. They had him on
Oh no.
They had him strapped in a chair, like
Mhm.
a bat. What was it? Like a bat themed chair, and he just popped up out of the floor.
Oh, okay.
I think it was like a wheelchair chair where you can't see the wheels in the wheelchair.
That makes sense.
And it was kind of like he sounded for being, which we didn't know, 2 weeks away from dying.
Right.
Uh, he sounded pretty damn good for being that close to death, and he had like a strap across his stomach so he couldn't stand up.
Oh wow.
But you could tell he was trying to stand up. It was kind of sad.
Yeah. He's probably shitting himself the whole time.
Yeah.
Sharon, it's good got my fucking diaper. Or whatever they British people do. I don't know. My British accent's not very good.
It was awesome though. The Black Sabbath only played I think 3 songs, and then Ozzy played 4 or 5 songs before the Black Sabbath set. So
Mm-hmm.
he came up and did 3 or 4 songs with Zach Wild and the Ozzy band. Then he popped down on the floor again, then came up about 30 more minutes and did the final 3 songs with the remaining members of Black Sabbath. Well, I get it's all the original members. So the
That,
drummer.
that, that is all the original members still. Really? Okay. Yeah, because a lot of times, I mean, these bands are just switching out characters left and right.
No, that's all the original members, and it's pretty interesting. They actually kicked Ozzy out.
Really?
Yeah, because they had James Dio in there for several albums, and nobody really listened to those albums. But he was the lead singer of Black Sabbath for a couple albums.
No shit. I did not know that. Huh.
Pretty neat.
What was the catalyst to that? He had his own solo projects, or was he just too ate up on drugs?
I think it was just the cocaine and booze and just being a lunatic.
Yeah. Huh.
I said, "You got to get out of here."
Damn. Huh. All right. AI says that there's something called the Ghost Concert in Tampa.
Yeah, me and Ashley went to the Ghost concert that was July 12th. That was at Amalie Arena, which I love the actual arena, but getting there,
Oh, that sucks. Did you? It's the shortcut's supposed to be, was that MLK Parkway or something? It's named after somebody.
it's the fact of trying to get into the parking garage made me nearly catch a charge and go to prison.
Yeah.
Because there's like 3 different parking garages, and I pulled into the wrong one. Well, when you pull into the wrong one, there's nowhere to get out.
Right.
Or unless you pay to get into the parking garage that you don't need to be in. Or they won't even let you in. I don't know. But thank God I got there early like an old person 2 hours before the concert.
Good.
So I backed up and slammed the back of the truck into a concrete wall and then took off. But it was just the hitch. So.
All right.
But
No, that's good. I remember, like, for the parking garage I had to go into, it went from 3 lanes down to 1 just for the parking garage, and I was like, nobody knows how to zipper properly, so everybody's honking and fighting and all that stuff trying to get a parking spot.
Yeah, the problem is to get into the right parking garage, you got to be in a certain lane, but you have to be in a lane that you don't know you need to be in before it's too late. And then once you miss it, you got to go all the way around the neighborhood, which takes 20 minutes.
Yep.
And then get back in line and hope you're in the right lane.
Yeah, it's not a good system. They
Dave
really did put
Raging.
it right along put it right along the river. I mean, it's not like there's nowhere for it to go besides where it is. But yeah, once you get inside, it's beautiful in there. I mean, it's got hockey seats, so you're sitting like this the whole time.
I just love it that it's a hockey rink and it's cold as shit.
Yes. Yep, I agree.
It's comfortable. You don't feel like you're like when I go to Mid-Florida, we're going to a concert pretty soon at Mid-Florida, which they still haven't even put the diaper back on the roof.
Yeah.
So it's going to be
That's
blazing.
outside.
It is.
Ugh. Next month, you said you're going?
I believe so. And they don't. And they never book anything in the winter when it's nice out.
Right. That
Only
doesn't
in the
make sense.
summer when it's hot as hell.
Ugh.
But yeah, the Ghost concert looks like there was 17,000 people there. Grade A people watching, my friend.
Oh yeah.
The best people watching you've ever people watched. Because I don't know if you're familiar with Ghost, are you?
No, not at all.
They're a themed band. They're themed in reverse Catholicism.
Okay.
So essentially it's like a satanic Catholicism style band. So it's pretty interesting.
Yeah, right.
So you've got like,
Bunch of goth people.
yeah, some hot nuns and,
Yeah, that's it. It's stage is black curtain and Gregorian chants.
I would tell you, I bet you at least 50% of the people dressed up.
Gosh, that's something.
Like full blown dressed up. I was
Nice.
like,
It's like a Comic-Con for music.
And it was one of the concerts where you have to put your phone in one of those yonder bags.
Oh, really?
But I like it. I like it. You don't see, like, everybody was watching the show. Everybody was engaged. You didn't have to have some idiot in front of you trying to record every minute of the entire show.
Yeah, I agree with that. We had that during the country concert we went to. Yeah, it's a bunch of screens, little screens all over the place.
Yeah, it was nice. So, but it was probably one of the most theatrical concerts I've ever been to. I mean, they had like stage props and like there was different acts of the show, where they had a whole different theme to the different parts, different songs, and
That's cool.
yeah, they put some thought into it, and I was quite entertained. And it was the only rock concert I've ever been to where there was not an opening band. It was just them.
Oh, that's cool. I like that.
So they played for like 2 hours.
Huh. Now, see, if obviously YouTube would flag it if we try to play their music, but so, I mean, if we ever get on the radio for real, we can play their music. But I guess if I tried to, YouTube will flag it and have a field day with us.
I think you would actually like it. It's very Black Sabbath, like hard rock, but no screaming. Like Ashley, you could sing most of the songs.
Huh.
It's nothing super crazy.
Yeah, I'll check it out.
They're actually from Sweden, so.
Oh, all right. Huh. That is pretty cool. All right, let's see. And so Ozzy is not even really in the ground yet, and then we all of a sudden have Hulk Hogan dying of cardiac arrest.
The Hulkster's heart gave out.
There was something up with his trachea, though. What was up with the trachea?
I had heard that he got a valve replaced in his heart, which I'm guessing he had like not an implant or a pig valve, or his body was rejecting the valve.
Really?
So I'm guessing that thing just gave out.
Yeah.
And that's the scary thing with your ticker. That thing, if it stops, you're done.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm preaching to the choir. You're EMT type.
Yeah, that's all right. Yeah, but that's what it is. It's the Widowmaker. I mean, it's just all of a sudden done. You know. But then there's the other ones that they'll last forever. Like, I got a little pain in my chest and my arm kind of numb, and then they wait 2 days and then they call and then they realize there's people that actually will have heart attacks that they just it's over, then they're fine, and then they go on with their lives and they don't even realize they had it. And then what they do is they'll take a blood test, and I guess when you have a heart attack, there's some kind of a whatever, an enzyme or a chemical or whatever that dumps into your bloodstream, and that's the indicator that you had something. So there's people that we've met that have they didn't know until they went to the hospital the next day when they didn't feel good. They had the blood test done and went, yeah, you had a heart attack. It's like, holy crap.
Yeah, my buddy Billy that had a heart attack, he went to the hospital and they checked his levels and they're like, holy shit. And then they checked it again. They're like, holy shit, you're like having a heart attack.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah. Well, Billy's still with us, so he must have made out all right.
Yeah, they put in it was kind of freaky. They put in a stent right then and there. They didn't put him out, put him under. They just strapped him to the chair, went right in his vein while he was awake, and he could see the whole thing.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
And I'm like, holy shit! Like, put me to sleep.
You'd think. I mean, but it must not have. Did it hurt?
He said it didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, they went right in his arm and like went up his, up over here. And then he said you could see it on the screen, and that would have freaked me the hell out.
Yeah, I guess. Well, if there's no nerve endings, you can't feel it. It's like I guess you could touch a human brain and it doesn't feel like anything because there's no nerves. So.
Yeah, and he had a 100% blockage, but they said he was lucky that his heart almost made its own bypass. Like it had another vein that went around the one that was 100% blocked.
Wow.
And they said if he didn't have that, he would have died.
That's scary. So guess who's eating more salad? Hopefully Billy is.
No, he's not.
No? Damn it. You got to talk to him about that.
That, I love him, but that dude wakes up and he goes straight to Dunkin' Donuts, gets a large Dunkin' Donuts, fires up a cigarette, and heads to work on anger and caffeine.
All right. Well, living for today. Fuck it.
And now he's on blood thinners. When he drinks like one drink and he's like 3 sheets to the wind.
Yeah. Yeah. Does he wear the special bracelet for the blood thinner thing?
I don't think so. I doubt it. That's not Billy's style.
No. Because there's sometimes like if you cut yourself and then you'll just bleed out. But
oh yeah, he works with like he's a carpenter, but right now because of the hurricane, they've been doing nothing but like sheet metal work on like doing awnings on mobile homes in Northport. All those mobile home parks. Mm-hmm. Like they've got still another year's worth of work of that, but he's just cutting thin sheet metal all day.
Fuck. No, thank you. Isn't that something? So going back to Hulk Hogan, though, I can't believe like the amount of divide on social media about Hulk Hogan dying. I mean, I even put just a little something on TikTok, for the podcast, and then this one guy chirps in, "He's a racist piece of shit. I'm glad he's dead." And blah, blah, blah. And I didn't take the time to entertain him, but I'm like, all right, you realize that Hulk Hogan's a fictional character, right? There's a guy named Terry who probably he's a racist asshole, but the character wanted you to say your prayers and eat your vitamins and go to school. I mean, like, there's a difference. Yeah. These people are angry, and there's like this, they go at it online with each other, oh, you're pro Hulk Hogan, you're anti Hulk Hogan. Okay, well, I mean, either way, he's not coming back. So
They're saying he's racist because there was a video that came out of him in private saying that he
yeah,
didn't want his daughter to bang an N word.
yeah, yeah,
I mean, I'm not saying that's right. It's certainly wrong. But if anybody that's making those comments can't say that they've said something in private, that
right.
if it was public, that people would not denounce them. They're a bunch of fucking hypocrites.
Exactly. Yep. No, I 100% agree. And that's the thing is, and you got to take somebody of his magnitude. He's got to be exhausted from being on camera all the time and being in character all the time. And then even today they had stuff out where Brooke was coming out with a statement like, "I'm not going to the funeral. Do not contact me. I don't want to be on an interview. I'm not talking about my parents." She doesn't talk to either one of them anymore. So I don't know whatever path she ended up taking, but she doesn't talk to her mom or her dad.
That's pretty wild not to go to his funeral.
Yeah, well, I don't know. See, like funerals, really, in my mind, have always been they're for the rest of the family. The person that you're there for is dead. They don't know if you went or not. So, like, when I have a funeral, it's not for me. It's for the girls. Like, if you go to my funeral, it's for you and for the girls. I'm not going to be there. I'm already dead. So, show up or don't, whatever.
Yeah, but it's to show respect. And I mean, I'm not a big funeral person either, especially like open casket. Like, just don't.
Yeah.
You never looked like that. Like
Did you ever see the ones in like foreign countries where they pose them and they do stuff? Like sometimes the guy's at a piano or he's in a kayak. I have a picture of a guy who's in a kayak. Yeah, that's what I'm doing for you.
No, put me in the roaster. Put me in the. I already gave you the plan on a previous episode.
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
Terrible podcast.
Yep.
My brother's going to take me down the Peace River. Then I want all my friends to have a friggin' barbecue, and play some Black Sabbath and Pantera and drink some bourbon.
There you go. And that's it. It's for everybody else to make closure, say goodbye, and off you go. But you're not going to know because you're going to be dead. You're the one we're throwing in the river.
Yeah, no crying. Just tell some stories about me doing stupid shit.
Exactly, and not paying tolls.
Yeah, that was you.
That's your story. You stick to it. All right, and then let's see, July. Oh, so the Dog the Bounty Hunter's grandson was before Hulk Hogan, according to the AI list that I have.
Yeah, it's probably wrong.
Yeah, it probably is. Actually, it was before Ozzy too. Oh, and then there was another guy who died. Oh, damn it, not Ernest Borgnine. Some bass player or some kind of a. His song was called "I Feel Good," but it's not the "I Feel Good." It's not that one. It's a different "I Feel Good." But he died, and he died on the same day as Hogan. So though he was a B-list celebrity, no one even mentioned it. His entire life was overshadowed by the Hulkster.
Well, Dog the Bounty Hunter's a C-level celebrity.
Yes.
And then his grandson died.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I don't know. Was he on the show or something? I never watched.
I don't know. You're grasping it. Yeah, it is. It's Stuttering John's second cousin, twice removed, and he just died of old age.
Well, it says the shooter was reportedly Dog's stepson, Gary Zecca. So, his stepson killed his grandson.
Huh. That is going to make for a very confusing Thanksgiving.
Yes, it is. Hey, pass the mashed potatoes. You killed Johnny.
Oh, God. Accidental shooting.
Or I should say Anthony.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Or just, maybe they called him Tony Teabags.
It says it was accidental. So,
well,
hey, it slipped.
Yeah, it was accidental in his neck. We aimed for his forehead. I missed. Oh, man.
Accidental shootings are 100% preventable.
Yeah, they are. I've ran a couple of them.
Pointing guns at people.
I've ran a couple of them. One of them literally was, I was cleaning it. I'm like, are you kidding me? I mean, how many videos have you had to watch? How long have you had guns? The first thing we do is just take the round out of the chamber, and then we start from there.
Yeah, I know, like in high school, I didn't know them closely, but like there was a kid that was cleaning his gun, went off, killed his girlfriend.
Yeah.
My friend's grandpa was cleaning his gun, shot a hole in his roof.
Unreal.
Like,
yeah.
Clear the chamber. Like, it's not hard.
Right.
You can, and they even have those little plastic things that you can put through the friggin' barrel to make sure there's nothing in there. And
absolutely. Yeah, and that's what it was. It was weird. And then we had one that we ran. The guy I think he was trying to pull the gun, out of his pocket to shoot someone else, but then when he pulled it out of his pocket, he accidentally shot himself down the leg.
Yeah, I
Like, it was an
guarantee you.
accident. I'm
Yeah,
like,
it's
sure it was.
probably some guy with a Glock that doesn't need a
Yes.
Glock.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because he's a tough gangster guy. That's exactly what it was. Yeah.
Yeah. No safeties on the Glocks. You are the safety.
Yeah. And see how that works out for you.
Yeah, he needed a
But you can,
revolver with a little
but you
more.
can put it in the mud. Well, tough. Who cares? Jesus.
No, you can't. My old roommate had a Glock, and he carried this thing on him every second of every day. He didn't go take a shit without it.
Huh.
And then we went to the gun range. He pulled it out. It thing went and shoot.
Oh, that's awesome. What's he going to do? Beat someone with the butt of it?
Well, he paints cars for a living. He had it like the overspray just kind of caked the slide, so it wouldn't
Yeah.
you know
It wouldn't
chamber a
move.
new round.
Unreal. Yeah, that's something. That's to be fair. I mean, and I'm not going into any great detail, but I have enough guns where I'm not going to shoot most of them ever again. Probably they'll just sit in the safe, and then like after a while, doesn't corrosion take over? I don't even know how often are you supposed to even check it. I have no idea.
It's probably
Once
good
a
to
year?
bring it up once a year and put some gun oil on it and just once
Yeah,
it
I'd
over.
say so.
Not say I don't do that, but
I know. I definitely don't. I probably should, but
I've,
most of
I've,
it.
I have guns I've never even shot ever.
Yeah, me too. I have collector stuff. I buy it to put it in the safe and I let it sit there. I'm not gonna.
Yeah,
It might be a little bit more rare. I'm never gonna shoot it.
I've got what I thought was my hunting rifle that I can't use for hunting because it shoots too far.
Yeah.
Like you can't. I can't even because where I hunt, it's only 50 yards, and this gun that I have, it's still like I can't even zero it in because the bullet is still rising at 50 yards.
Oh my god. Nice.
So
I
it's
mean,
like
if it did
one
hit something,
mile.
it would just split it in half.
Yeah. Actually, I think I've got. Here's one of the.
There you go. Nice.
It's like a cannon.
Yeah, exactly. That's it. You're just going to
300
blow
PRC.
something up.
Yep. I'll cut the deer in half. But that said, I've never even hunted a deer with a gun. I just said maybe I will.
Ooh,
But-
yeah, it's crossbow, isn't it? Is that what isn't your weapon of choice, crossbow?
That's what I've been using.
Yeah, that's cool.
Got two of them with the old trusty crossbow.
Nice.
I shot one with about 40 yards, which I probably shouldn't have pulled the trigger. But got the job done. And then I shot the other one at like 5 yards. That was great.
I'll probably just dropped it right there.
No, it was kind of sad. He ran away like 20 yards right in front of me, started eating grass, and died.
Oh, jeez.
He didn't even know he was shot.
Oh, wow. Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Because it zipped right through him.
Oh,
And then
wow.
he was like, oh, something pinched. I'm going to run over here. He's like, oh, my blood pressure's dropping. I'm going to eat
But
some
don't-
grass.
Yep. Yeah. Huh.
So
Unreal. And then, so do you still have any of that meat left?
I do. I actually make it into. I've made. There's like snack sticks I've made out of it.
I love those. Those are so good.
Sometimes I will make. I'll use it, grind it up, and make it into like. I'm not a big. I don't eat deer steaks. I'm not that guy. Like I don't like deer that much. But if you grind it up and I put some beef fat in with it,
Mm-hmm.
and then you can make hamburger helper, spaghetti, tacos, whatever.
Yeah. It's really good for you. It's really good for you.
I don't mind it at all. Ashley doesn't like the smell of it. She doesn't mind the taste, but like there is like a sweet kind of little bit of a gamey smell when you first
Yeah.
start cooking it. She doesn't really enjoy that, but
That's where the outdoor kitchen comes in.
it does.
Yeah.
And what I did was we were getting Molly this the farmer's dog food.
Yeah.
Well, I just started making
Not yet
that.
sponsor of the very terrible podcast, Farmer's Dog Food.
Not yet, but I started making that with the deer.
Okay.
So I found the recipe online and made a giant batch, and she loves it. So
It's so good. It's so
Yeah.
good for them. I mean, it's great.
yeah, we call it mountain beef.
Nice. Every time I go to the gun show, I always have to go get to the venison counter and you go get like snack sticks and the sausages and the summer sausage with the cheese in it. Oh, it's so freaking good.
But we didn't get. Well, my brother got one last year, but I didn't. Last year was the first year hunting that I didn't go home with one. Now I could have shot several, but they were either too small or I wanted to wait for a bigger one. But now that I've gotten a few, I'm not like blood hunger. I'm like, I gotta get one. I'm like,
Right.
it's
Yeah.
got to be the right.
For survival. So.
Yeah, I want to get a decent one. My biggest thing is that I want it to be a clean, ethical shot. You know,
Yeah.
I don't want to shoot it in the back leg and have a damn deer running around my property injured.
Telling all the other deer what you did. Look
Yeah.
at him. He's a bad shot. Ugh.
Because the first one I was scared because I shot it and it ducked, but it ducked into the arrow and it shot it hit it right in the neck.
Oh God.
So
He's like, no, 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 no.
and then it's funny. Billy was with me. It was the first morning of the first day I'd ever been hunting.
Okay.
Within 30 minutes, because Billy didn't wake up. Billy's like, I'm on vacation. I'll go hunting when I want to go hunting.
Right.
So that's the way Billy rolls.
Yeah.
So it's like barely light out because I went and got in the stand real early, shot the deer, went back to the camp, and I'm like, Billy, I got one. He's like, shut the F up. No, I got one. Or at least I shot one. I don't know where it is, and we were walking back and he's like, wouldn't that be funny if it's in the middle of the road? And then we came around the corner and it was dead in the middle of the road.
Oh God.
Like
and nobody like re-hit it like with a car or anything.
No. It wasn't on like the road. It was like our camp road, like inside the property.
Gotcha. Yeah, like the cleared path so you can drive down it. Gotcha.
So we just brought the 4-wheeler over there, threw it on there, and brought it back. So that was my first deer successful hunt.
Yeah. No, I said living up north, we had it all the time. Now we don't. That's why I live vicariously through you guys. But like, all right, so right now you're coming into August. Don't you have to go up and work the property during the summer so you can hunt in the winter?
We actually leave. What is it? August 30th to September 3rd. We're going to go up.
Okay.
We go up there and spray Roundup on all of our hunting plots. We call them or food plots. We spray Roundup and then we plant seeds. So that way there's radishes and grains and wheat and.
But you're not planting seeds where you spray the Roundup. That wouldn't work.
No, you do.
Really?
Roundup is a post-emergent weed killer.
Really?
It only kills things that are green and growing.
No shit.
So you spray it down, and I throw the seeds down at the same time, and then I got this drag that we drag it around to it just pulls dirt over the seeds. And then you hope it rains in the next couple days. But last year,
that's awesome. I didn't know that.
Yeah, and when we go up there, it's like we have radishes like this big. It's crazy.
Yeah.
And then hopefully, when we go up there, I'm going to try to find some fruit trees. And each year, I want to plant like 2 or 3 fruit trees. I want to create like a fruit forest up there.
Okay.
So that way, in 5 or 10 years, we already have an apple tree up there, and
don't bring an orange. I don't think orange is going to work.
No, we have a pear tree. The problem is the pear tree is probably 100 or 150 years old.
Oh.
It's so old and so big that you can't reach any of the branches.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
So we bought, one of those extension poles, and then you have to use that and stand on the 4-wheeler to get pears.
That sounds safe. Yeah, there shouldn't be anything that goes wrong. Because where's the closest hospital when you fall off and impale yourself?
That's probably a good 40 minutes away.
That's a solid plan.
I'm not worried about me. I'm worried about my brother because he's a lunatic with the chainsaw.
Yeah. That's what you're saying. He was cutting down the whole forest last time you guys were up there.
Oh, yeah. And he was up there when I wasn't there, so I'm scared to see what I'm going to find when I go back.
Well, that's awesome, man. I said put in that work. That's going to be well worth it. So, and then, I'm sorry, did you say when the hunting trip was going to be? So it's August, and then...
We have 2 weeks that we go. 1 week in November, which is bow season, and then we go in December, which is gun season, but I just use my crossbow both seasons because I got my one weapon that I'm efficient in, but I love it. Now I got my little tree stand Mar-a-Lago built.
Yes.
It's got a heater. It's got solar power, cell phone chargers. It's got all these little totes with all my little knickknacks and anything I need in there. So
that is awesome. They always look amazing.
It's one of my 2 weeks a year of vacation where I'm just sitting in the woods watching the squirrels fight.
And it's quiet, and there's very little cell phone action, and no one is bothering you about wet carpets.
No, there's virtual no cell service, which is I just got to make sure I download my Audible books before I go there, and then I'm golden.
Man, look at you. You're all domesticated and old guy. I got my downloaded books. You could actually bring one that's made of paper and read it. You could do that too.
I don't make noise.
Yeah, yeah, a little bit maybe.
The first deer I shot, you're all shaking and you're nervous.
Yeah.
The second one I had Audible on, and I didn't want to I didn't want to move my hand to my ear to pause it.
Yeah.
So I just left it going. I didn't even, my pulse didn't go up or nothing. I just kind of was like ice in the veins. Just, I've got this cheating ass scope where you put the crosshairs on the deer, and then you hit a button, and it range finds the deer in the scope, and then it put the red dot, and then you just point the red dot at the deer and then shoot the deer.
So there's a dot on the deer when you pull the trigger?
Yeah.
Nice.
It's got a built-in rangefinder inside the scope.
We came from cavemen where you had clubs and rocks, and now you have lasers and laser pointers. That's
because
good.
If you don't do that, you've got a manual scope because, for peasants.
Yeah, you work too hard to have a manual scope. That's ridiculous.
Oh, if you've seen what my setup, I literally, I don't even have to hold my crossbow. I have a permanent mount where it's stuck there in the shooting position. So all I literally have to do is
You're one step away from putting out bear traps and just saying, fuck it, step in a bear trap, and I'll just come and get you later.
So I just lean forward and then just pull the trigger.
Oh, God. Oh, you're so domesticated. That's great.
But like I said, it's 90% just nature watching.
No, it's good for you, though. It's good to get away, and you get out of this heat for a little bit.
Oh, I love it in the winter. What?
Yeah.
All right.
Well, we just, speaking of trying to escape the heat and going on this cruise and doing this other stuff, we have my new policy now will be for US 17 is that we are no longer stopping in the city of Wauchula for food. Period. We're not doing it anymore. I'm done. By the rule of baseball, they've had 3 strikes. We are done. I tried. We had the Sonic crappy grilled cheese. McDonald's was on the last episode. I said, all right, I'm going to go to Burger King. I even wear my podcast shirt into Burger King to let them know, we have a big deal here. We got, reviews coming your way.
I have a question.
Yes.
I lived in DeSoto County.
Yes.
And I don't think I've ever ate in Wauchula. You live in Cape Coral, but you've struck out 3 times in Wauchula.
Yeah, because that's just the right amount where, you've driven for just about an hour. Everyone wants to stop and stretch their legs. Sometimes you need a pee break. That's the city to do it in because it's actually a nice little town, right?
Is this Bella and Lori?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, they would not want to go on a road trip with me because
we wouldn't stop. On the way home, right? So it's a 4-hour drive to get to Cape Canaveral. On a 4-hour drive, those two pretty much fell asleep for the whole ride coming home. Straight shot. Straight shot, no stopping. They woke up. They were like, we're in Cape Coral. I said, yep. So for my drive was 4 hours. For the girl, the drive was 28 minutes. They were awake on the bookends of the thing, and they were not conscious in the middle whatsoever.
When I drive to Tennessee, it's a 12 to 14-hour drive. I'll stop once at Buc-ee's, and that's it.
Oh, yeah. And to me, if you're driving, you've got something to do. And now we're spoiled because the car that Lori has almost drives itself. You put on all the little computers, and it sees the road, and it sees the other cars, and all you got to do is touch the steering wheel every once in a while, and it does everything else for you.
Yeah, that's just like Ashley's little Corolla. I like driving it just because I use she doesn't use any of it. But I'll get on the interstate, and I'll do the lane assist and the...
Oh, yeah. That's nice.
You set it to where it won't run up on people, so it'll just kind of keep you where you need to be.
That's exactly the same system, man. It's great. I get to actually look out the window because I've never before been able to because you're always paying attention to the road. But now I can sit there and especially there's those stretches of 17 where there's just nothing. There's just nothing for miles, and you're doing 65. And you just sit there and you put your one finger on the steering wheel, and you're just out there and you're like, look, man, I got hills and there's a barn way out there and I got animals in the field and it's really nice. I'm like, this drive is fantastic. Except for Wauchula, where you can't eat because Burger King screwed it up. I'm just done. We went in, we said we skip McDonald's. They don't have a Culver's yet because when they have a Culver's, it would be mandatory that we stop there. We get into Burger King. All I want is a Whopper value meal, no cheese, onion rings, and then a soda. B is on her no meat thing, so she has to have the Impossible Whopper, plain, only cheese, right? So simple. completely just botched up. My thing had like a tomato ass in it. It was like the slice, like with a tomato, you're supposed to slice the butt off, and then you do.
Yeah.
It was they half missed the slice of the butt, so I had like that big brown chunk in the middle of the tomato. It was like that thick. It was just disgusting. The Bell's Burger, they took what I thought was cheese, but it was almost like Velveeta smear, and they pushed it in, and then the bun was sitting half off of it, so it was like that, and I'm like, come on, somebody in this town. They can't be all three places, but all three places are just absolute trash. Burger King, thumbs down, not going back. I'll just drive the extra 5 minutes to whatever town is next, and then I'll just go to their McDonald's and Burger King and do whatever I need to do. It's completely asinine, and I cannot wrap my head around what is wrong with everybody in that town.
Growing up, I love Burger King, but I have a Burger King 5 minutes from my house, and I've ate there twice.
Yeah.
And that one time they put 27 pickles on my Whopper.
Did you ask for extra pickles?
Nope.
I didn't know. Actually, to be fair, I don't think a Whopper has pickles on it in the first place.
It had 27 pickles.
Yeah, that was someone else's burger you got.
Yeah.
Hadn't have been.
I took it apart, and then I laid all the pickles out, and I took a picture and left a spinner review on the
Yes. Absolutely. Angry keyboard warriors, man. That's the way you do it. It's not hard. It was an entry-level job. I know it's not hard. I used to do it. I just can't figure out how they just keep continually screwing it up.
Have you met these kids?
Yes. Yeah, we hire them where I work now. It's not good.
Anytime I'm nervous, like anytime I'm feeling insecure at work, I'm like, man, I had a bad day or something didn't go right. And man, like, I need to do better. At work, I mean, I'm harder on myself than anybody else is, me. But then I just look around and I'm like, all these people suck.
Yeah, lowest common denominator, right? Yeah. That's what it is. The level of acceptance is so low that you could actually mail it in and still be better than most people you work with. I don't know, it's scary for the future. It's going to be scary because these are the people that are going to be in charge of our health care and making sure that we don't die right away. It's going to be bad.
Maybe that's why they're making this AI so good. So they're like, we got to have it because these people are retarded. It's
not good. It is just, I don't know. They said their parents don't love them enough to tell them that they didn't do a good job. Oh, but I think we did a good job. Look at us, 53 minutes.
53 minutes. Well, we got to do a segment about our South Florida lift stations, our sponsor.
I know. I could hit the button with the old commercial on it, but
and then I've been giving out. We're going to sponsor.
Oh yeah. Do you want to read the lines? Hang on a second. Let me pull the thing up, and we'll read the line. And then the phone number I was giving out. I was giving out Josh's cell phone number on the original commercials. I really should be giving out the business number, which is definitely different. Let me go to your thing first.
You're not supposed to give everybody the inside baseball.
I know, right? Hang on here. Here's your thing with the talking points, on and on. Where did it go? Oh my gosh, yeah, this AI stuff's pretty amazing. It's very long. All right, sponsor segment. You want to go? Go ahead.
This episode is brought to you by our one and only sponsor, South Florida Lift Stations.
Keeping your wastewater flowing and your neighborhood from smelling like a swamp since, forever.
Whether it's residential, commercial, or industrial, if it lifts, they fix it.
Call South Florida Lift Stations because when things go down, they lift you up. 333-0041. I'm pretty sure that's the phone number now.
Ask for Josh.
Ask for Josh. Let him know that you heard about it at this Very Terrible Podcast.
Yep. Tell him Dave sent you.
Yeah. Get a Dave discount. We start promising discounts. 20% off when you mention the Dave discount.
20% off your elevated 20% price.
Exactly. If you get the Very Terrible Podcast lift price, which is 20% higher, you get the discount by mentioning Dave. That is funny. Let me see. Let me find the actual. Oh, it's 332-0041.
If somebody did call him, Josh should take care of him.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. And it's weird if you go back to the last episode that'll be on there before this one. I said the girls were on it last night. Lori was behind the camera. Bella was on camera with her friend Addison, who is Josh's daughter. So we were able to talk to her about lift stations and a little bit like that. And she's the heiress of the company. So essentially, Josh and Laura retire. Addison will take over and be the administrative head of the business. And then she was able to actually kind of describe some of the things a little bit back and forth. And it's all wastewater. There's no drinking water involved, where in a regular municipal system, there's got to be drinking water as well as wastewater. Josh is just pure poop. Just does nothing but the wastewater.
Hey, you don't got to worry about anybody getting sick.
Oh, I can't even imagine. Like I said, the stories are great, and I thought I had enough time. He was actually stopped over to drop his daughter off here yesterday, and I was like, "Do you have time? We'll get on the show." He's like, "No, he didn't have time. We got to get him on the show because he's going to have good stories." The amount of, I can only imagine, wigs, hair weaves, needles, diapers, all kinds of stuff that he finds in these lift stations that people just flush down the toilet.
Maybe like a Dirty's Jobs episode.
It really was gross. There's only been a couple of times where I would stop in and kind of visit him at work, and he'd have these industrial-sized jugs of like hand sanitizer, and he's like, even after you wash yourself down, he goes, just soak yourself in this. It's just gross. Filthy people. Hey, dirty money, buddy. Dirty money pays those bills.
Yes, sir.
Let's see. Yeah, so fan packs are... And then did I show you the new bracelets?
No.
Look at this. Oh. Because the kids like the bracelets.
They do?
I guess they do. Like if you see a teenager, they've got like 10 or 15 of them on their hands. So I found a deal online where you buy 100 of these and you get 200 more free.
Oh.
So that's a price I was willing to pay.
I'm sure they didn't mark it up 300%.
You know what? It was a very fair price for the 300 of them I got, and then you got to put the little microphone guy on there. I thought that was pretty cool. So
straight from Temu.
Yeah, exactly. It said made with child labor. I'm absolutely sure, but I don't care. There you go. It'll be part of the fan pack that your wife gets in the mail. That's not going to be addressed to you, but
child labor and tears from Epstein Island.
Your children's tears are lubricating the packaging. All right, buddy. That's all I got. You got anything else?
Nope. That's it for this week's episode of the Very Terrible Podcast.
All right. Hey, see that? There you go. You want to do the sign off? I'll get the music going. You can do the sign off. You ready?
That's what I just did.
Oh, well, you missed it. Hang on.
Well, that's it for this week's episode of the Very Terrible Podcast.
You're David. I'm Jason. See you next time. Health, wealth, and happiness. All right, we stop the audio recording, and then we fade it out, and there you go.
So awesome. This is still recording on Riverside.
Yeah, still recording on Riverside, and we're going to shut that off in a second. This is the YouTube post show, and that was so I had the audio over here, and then I have the recording.
You didn't read the rest of the script for the outro.
Oh, I didn't. No, was there an actual script for that?
Yes, you're supposed to say, we laughed, we cried, we questioned the structural integrity of fast food. And I'm supposed to say, don't forget to subscribe, leave a review, and tell your weirdest friends about us.
Well, there you go. You just did that. There you go, because we're still recording. So the YouTube fans got it.
And then you say, we'll be back next week for more chaos, caffeine, and questionable opinions. And then I say, until then, stay terrible.
Oh, look at that. There it is. Now I see it. Yep, we'll be back next week with more chaos, caffeine, and questionable opinions. All right.
See, the AI loves the yuckity yuck radio stuff.
It does. It absolutely does. See, yuck yuck is the way to go. All right, buddy. Well, I got some editing to do. Thank you so much for hanging out, and I will see you in a week.
All right. Sounds good, my friends.
See ya.